Always in Stitches in Noblesville, Indiana, and it is Thursday, October 13th. Gosh, time flies. So it's really exciting. This morning we sent 110 ladies to Cincinnati, which that sounds kind of funny, but we put them on buses, 2 buses, and we shipped them over there because there's a big sewing, quilting kind of show thing going on there for the next 3 days. And we put them on a bus with 4 of our staff members, and I'm just going to tell you, they're going to have the best time because our staff is the best, as always, and they're going to show them a lot of fun. They got a goodie bag, they got a breakfast snack, they're going to stop at Cracker Barrel, which is my favorite, for dinner, and then they're going to come back at 9 o'clock tonight, and all day long they're going to be looking at quilts and shopping and just having the best time. So we're excited. Their pictures are on our Facebook, Always in Stitches Insiders page if you want to see, also on our cover page. So take a look at the pictures. You might see somebody you know. We are going to work on doing another bus trip, providing there's opportunities next year. So be watching if you wanted to go on a bus tour and you missed this one. There'll be another one for you soon. So I want to talk about what's new this month on this Thursday about the breast cancer fabric we have. So there's a designer who works for Moda. Her name is Kathy Holden, and she had a very difficult time with some breast cancer scares, and through that process she designed this fabric, and it is absolutely stunning, and it just speaks to the journey of how those things help us grow into, you know, better people in some ways, even though they're really hard sometimes. So she designed this fabric line, and since October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we're featuring it at the front of the store with some fun projects, and I want to show you what those are. So first of all, Peter's going to want to scan the fabric line, I know, because he's always all about the fabric. And this is beautiful fabric. This looks like it's stitched. It looks like what did they call that?
Is it needlepoint?
Needlepoint, that's the word. My grandmother always did needlepoint. She did lots of needlepoint. So this looks like needlepoint. This looks like lace. There's some fun solid pieces that go with it that are kind of, you know, a floral print that give you that kind of damask look, like damask fabric.
Oh, yes.
Doesn't it look like damask?
It does.
And then, or damask? I don't know how you say it.
I don't
anyway.
either.
And then look at these beautiful little ginghams. You just don't see gingham much anymore. And then here's what we used to call a cheater panel.
Oh, that's fun.
All you have to do is just stitch in the ditch on what looks to be the quilt block squares, and you'd have a really quick quilt. Great for doll quilts or kids quilts. And then we took and made a purse using the pink Sand Beach Tahiti bag tote. And so this line is called Leather and Lace. And so the bag is made out of faux vinyl, which looks like leather, and then the zipper is a lace zipper. So you get the leather and lace out of the fabric. And this fabric's just stunning. So this is the Tahiti tote by Pink Sand Beach. We do a lot with bags here because I know bags are really so much fun. And so that's a great bag to make that out of. And it's leather and lace. See? Leather, lace. Get it? I thought it was fun. Fun idea. So the big thing that we're really promoting you to do is we've got some pattern packs here. And it's just a little collection of, this is called a bosom buddy. And for women who've had to have surgery, mastectomies, things like that, this is a seatbelt cover that really kind of helps support and make things not so uncomfortable. So we have that pattern. And we also have the one that Kathy wrote. And this is like a whole project pack. It has the breast cancer pillows that they use for post-surgery to put under their arms for support. It has a little folio to, like, if you're going to breast cancer treatment and stuff, you have lots of paperwork you have to take with you, so there's a folio to put that in. And then she also has a little seatbelt cover to use. So this has 3 patterns in it. And what we're encouraging you to do is come in and get the patterns from us, and then we're going to collect the items that you make and get them to a local hospital so they can pass them out to the cancer patients that are in the area. We've already even got some kits put together. Okay, this one just happens to be Tula. How did I know? How did I pick up the right one? But we have put kits together if you want to just buy a kit. And then you've got everything you need to put that together for a patient. So just trying to help us remember, you know, there are people that have suffered through this experience, and we want to be supportive of everybody that's having to face that. So if you feel like you want to be part of that ministry, we would love to have you help us out with that. We always have a different charitable organization we focus on each month. And this month we're doing breast cancer, and we also have a local food bank that we support, and we're collecting canned pasta sauce, I believe, this month. So yeah, it's cans of pasta sauce. And we collect a different item each month, and we deliver that to the food pantry, and then food bank, and then they support all the local food pantries. So you can just bring that in our front door and set it inside the door. We have a Christmas tree there. We call it our giving tree, and we take everything that comes from that and give it to the local charities. If you don't want to drag it in, or if you got too much, one of the staff will be happy to come out and help you get it unloaded. But it's just our part of giving back to our community. We were talking this morning about how much of our staff is just a good, warm, fuzzy family, and we pass that on to our customers, and we also try to pass it on to our community. So I think if you want to participate with that, check out our website, because all the information's there on what you want to do to get that accomplished. So very cool. We're going to go around the corner. The store's busy, it's full, so if you hear noise in the background, it's just because we're having fun, so don't let it distract you. We're going to go this way to another mode of fabric line. So this one is called Isabella. It's by Minnick and Simpson. And when we purchased this fabric, my thought was that it would be perfect for those Quilt of Valor ladies. So many times when we make the Quilt of Valor quilts, they end up being very masculine, very military. But there are a lot of ladies who've served in the military, and they would love to have these quilts as well. So there happens to be a red, white, and blue flag in this. But the line itself is so very pretty. I'm going to pull this bolt, because this just, I think this would be great just for your holiday too. Like if you wanted to decorate in your home for Memorial Day, Labor Day, yeah, Veterans Day, that'd just be a nice subtle way to do that, you know. But it's very lovely. So great line. It has, we have layers, we have charms, we have jellies. So this makes a real quick strip quilt, makes it really fun, 1600s fast. Charms, it's as simple as sewing the charm squares together and making that a quilt. Same goes for the 10-inch squares. So, you know, if you have a little bit of time but you want to make something to give away, this is a great way to do it. And it's just pretty.
I'm going to get a photo of the bottom fabric.
Okay.
I love those creams.
I do too. And this stripe, look at this stripe.
That stripe's beautiful with the little dots.
Little dots. I love that. And these stars are nice. Stars are hard to find sometimes in those smaller dimensions. Especially if you're making a flag. This blue with the white stripe is nice. Blue with the white stars is a good one, because you can't always find that when you want to make a flag.
Oh, true, the stars.
The stars are hard to find.
Very hard to find.
Yeah. And look at this. It just, I think it speaks a feminine feel, but it's still got that military opportunity.
It does.
Yeah, isn't that a nice?
I love that idea.
Nice Quilts of Valor, because we need to support all those people as well. Okay, we're heading this way. Got a couple more kits I want to show you. Okay, we're doing a video. Everybody turn around and say hi. Or run the other way, whatever makes you feel good. We're heading to where you're at here.
Witness protection.
Yeah, if you're in witness protection, hide your face. Okay, so we have a couple kits that have come in. This is called Let's Pop Some Corn, and it's Sandy Gervais. Sandy does quilting, and she has a sister whose last name is also Gervais, who does cross stitch, and I can't think of her name, but anyway, they're sisters. And this is called Let's Pop Some Corn. It's a table runner, and it's corn. And
that's awesome. Look at those colors.
There's more than corn in Indiana. We have table runners and quilts too. So this is just really cute. Look at that's just really cute.
Oh wow.
And the box is fun too. I
That's
think
a good box.
It's a great box. It's just kind of gray and it's
Can I
got
take the contents out and keep the box?
Well, if you buy it.
And then just put the one person's gonna get a Ziploc bag. Sorry.
Yeah, somebody's gonna get a Ziploc bag because Peter stole the box. But yeah, I love getting them. The Moda company does a really nice job with boxes. This happens to be Riley Blake. They do a good job too. So that's that. Let's Pop Corn. And then this one is a hide and seek quilt. Okay, this is so cute. I love the name, hide and seek quilt.
Oh, they're literally
And
hiding.
they're literally hiding and seeking each other. It's squirrels. Now, okay, I have bird feeders. And the squirrels have a love relationship with the bird feeders. My husband has a hate relationship with the bird feeders because the squirrels are there and he gets so annoyed. And I'm thinking that squirrels deserve equal time. They should be fed too. So I hear that they will eat pumpkins. I've got a friend who has pumpkins out and they're eating her pumpkins. But squirrels deserve to eat too. So be nice to squirrels. Anyway,
And then we have our tailless squirrel that comes around the building.
We have Stubby, and we've been here 15 years, and I think Stubby's been here, I don't know, a long time. But we see him in the back of our building, and his tail's just about that long, so we call him Stubby, and we see him every once in a while. I haven't seen him for a little while, though, so hopefully he's still out there. But anyway, squirrels are fun. This is a great quilt. If you have somebody in your house with a love-hate relationship, you might want to make this quilt for them in jest and say, here, I know how much you love squirrels. Have some squirrels playing hide and seek. So that's a fun kit. Kits are great because everything's there. Pattern, it's already the amount of fabric you need. You don't have to think about it. You just buy the kit, you walk out the door, you're ready to sew. I love to keep kits around for what potentially they're saying a snowy winter. All the persimmons have spoons in them, so they're saying it's going to be a snowy winter. Kits are great to have around because if you get snowed in for the weekend, pull out a kit, you can have it done and you've really accomplished something and you don't have to think about it. You just
That's a really good idea. Everything's there.
Everything's there.
You just assemble it.
Yep. Just put it together. All right, we're going to head this way to some more new stuff. Come on and over. Because there are fat corners over there. Love this fabric. So, the last time we were doing a What's New video, we had some fabric tumbling off of our cart. This was it. And now it's out where you can see it. So we really didn't give you a chance to see it. And we wanted you to see how really stunning these colors are. This fabric is called Picnic Pop. It's from me and my sister Designs. They are Moda designers as well. I had the really great opportunity to spend a week with them in Wisconsin at Primitive Gatherings Retreat Center. And Barb and Mary sat right behind me. I was at one table, they were right behind me. And it's not very ladylike to snort, but I will tell you I snorted several times laughing at these two gals. They had their third sister, I can't remember her name, but they had their third sister with them. So there was there's apparently 5 girls in her family. And so those 3 were there. And it was so fun to listen to them because they were just like sisters, you know, teasing each other and having fun. But we did sew together and they made some beautiful stuff. The one of them's knitting now instead of sewing so much. That was cool. Everybody got a pair of socks, which was really cool. But this is their Picnic Pop line. I love, love, love the brightness of this. Look at this piece of the blue and the pink. That is just... It really does pop, doesn't it?
It does.
That's a great name.
It really is.
That hot pink with that soft pink and that kind of royal blue. I don't know. Cerulean blue? Is that cerulean blue? I don't know, but it's bright. It is a bright color. The balls are cute. Really fun line. And look at this aqua.
It really coordinates well.
Well, and look at the aqua in there. Now, that aqua is kind of like...
Oh, that's nice. That's
nice?
That's a nice background.
And look how she's pulled these aquas. Look how that just, the aqua and the blue and the red, and it's just, these girls kind of know what they're doing, don't they?
They do.
Now, around the corner, we want to be sure we show kind of the muted tones. These are very heavily patterned.
The dots.
But they've got dots. Okay, let me slide past
And they are good at the dots.
They are good at dots. Look at these dots. So they're little bitty dots with great big dots on top. And I love that design. I love it. I love the versatility of that. And we've got some nice blues. We got a pink, a teal, and a green. Gosh, those would be great blenders just to have because you need them to go with your solids. And then look at the white on white.
My favorite. Yeah.
There's a nice white on white that goes with this that looks like a little daisy.
There we go.
Yeah. And that's fun too. Really, really pretty. Okay. Around the corner, a little more Moda. Because we love our Moda. This is another new line. This is called Wild Meadow by Sweetfire Road. And this is just the best colorway. It's that lavender and green thing, or that eggplant. I mean, eggplant.
Yeah, eggplant.
Eggplant and green on a cream background. I just can't even tell you how pretty this is in person. I hope the camera picks it up. Oh, and look, they throw in this gold. And we have a hummingbird. I love hummingbirds.
Little hummer.
Dragonflies.
Oh, I didn't see the dragonfly.
Yeah. I think it's called foxglove is the flower. There's some fern. I mean, it's woodlandsy. There it is in the gold. It comes in pink. And this pink with that eggplant just are so pretty together. Oh, look at this white on white. Oh, that's pretty too. I think those are lilies of the valley on there. Those are lily of the valley. I'm digging deep into my master gardener memory, and it's coming back. But yeah, those are lilies of the valley, very definitely. So that's a fun floral foresty line. Oh, now look, this one has locks on it. Look, it's keys with locks. Well, isn't that fun?
That's cool.
And are those like little crowns?
Little crowns.
Very cute.
Good color.
Yeah, that is a great color. This mustard we're seeing a lot of, and I'm
I gotta
liking
get
it.
some of these foxes and beehives.
Look at this color. Look at that. That's
Ooh,
really
that shows up real good on camera.
Does it good? I think that's maybe a hibiscus flower. I mean, that's a real pretty flower too. I don't know. This is very pretty. Oh yeah, look at the beehives. There's so much to see in this line. Beehives and squirrels and foxes and butterflies. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. Okay. Now, one more thing I've got to show you for sure. Well, actually, 2 or 3. Let me grab them here. Sorry. Yeah. So the next thing I want to show you is this new line that we have pre-purchased a fat quarter bundle from Free Spirit Fabrics, and it is called Fluent. It's by Anna Marie Horner, if you're familiar with her. Now, Peter and I are kind of addicted to English paper piecing, so when we saw these, I immediately started thinking hexagons and squares and diamonds, and look at this piece.
Oh, that was our favorite. One of our favorites. It's hard to choose a favorite with this line.
It was hard to choose a favorite. Look at it in the blue. And that's stunning. So we don't have this yet. It's going to be coming, it looks like in November. So this is so new it's not even here. How new can that be? Look at these little daisies. Those are fun. I love those. If you've not worked with Anna Marie's fabric before, you'll love it. It's got a great hand, and she does some really nice, like this is going to be big. This will not be very small. This will have a large scale. And that's what I love about what she does, is she does a large scale and she does a small scale. So you get a nice mix for your quilts.
Those are so pretty.
Okay, so I see a handbag with pink vinyl. Or brown, or the brown vinyl even.
That's nice.
Yeah. I always see handbags or garments. And then here it is in this hot pink. Look at this. Woohoo! Look at that. That one's pretty too. Dang, it's all pretty. You can't pick a favorite. Upside down? You can't pick a favorite on this one. That's so fun. So fun. So there you go. That's not here yet, but be watching because it'll be on a cart and it'll be displayed here before long. Peter and I have the fat quarter bundles in back, and we're
planning our projects.
we're drooling over them. I set it aside so he could buy one because I thought he wanted it. And then when I opened it up to show it to him, I think I'm going to have to buy one too. You know, we are fabric addicts, aren't we? And this is not a 12-step program. We are not effective in supporting each other in not buying fabric.
I think it's a 2-step program.
What's that?
Get money, spend the money.
Buy fabric.
Buy fabric.
Yeah, we, and again, I'm back to how wonderful our staff is. They're really good about helping each other out because we pick stuff for each other and kind of know each other's colors. Oh, this one, we didn't show them this one. This was the one.
The horses.
The horses.
I found the one
We
horse.
got to show horses for Peter. So, these are urns, and there's horses right here. They got a pretty stand to them, too.
Looks like they're having a little archery competition.
Yeah. archery, something like that. Yeah. So this is a cool line. This is, I think when we get this, it'll probably move really quickly because it's just fun. It's got a lot of potential. It's amazing, these larger prints like this, when you put them in a quilt, you can cut them up into so many different things. Sometimes people are afraid of the larger prints because they think it won't chop up well. It actually chops up better. You just have to learn the rhythm of not being afraid to cut little pieces out.
It'll make you a much better quilter quilting with and piecing with that line. I mean, it really stretches your mind. At least that's what I found.
I agree.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think the more you learn to step out of your box and maybe try something you wouldn't normally. Now, don't buy the whole line if you don't want to, but buy 3 or 4 pieces that are a little funkadoodle and make a table runner. You know, don't make a quilt.
I was very uncomfortable quilting with her line a couple lines ago. And then during the process, I could just tell the evolvement that happens while you're piecing this. And at first it's just a bear, but then all of a sudden everything falls into place and you just enjoy creating. It's amazing.
Well, I think that it becomes your crayon. Instead of just working with what's already there, it's like you have a crayon now that you can color with and use in a way that maybe you didn't before, if you just always stick with particular color ways or didn't allow it to be the diverse. Because some people look at this and they think those don't possibly go together. Oh, they do.
They do.
They do. You just got to get the rhythm of it. Okay, so another little product I want to talk to you about. We had to find these, and these are so stinking cute.
What are they?
These are retractable threaded wire that will help you thread your needle. How exciting is that? And they're called needle beetles. I want them just because they're called needle beetles. I think that's fun.
I'm sitting here reading the packaging while you're showing them. They have an LED light.
Yeah, isn't that perfect?
It's lighted.
It's lighted. So
and
if
a thread cutter.
And you can't see what you're threading. Okay, so
and
how
a
many?
Lanyard hole.
Yeah, and how many of you, like when you fly, when you travel, you're driving around and you know, I bet you could take this on an airplane, and a lot of times you can't take the scissors on an airplane.
And it cuts thread.
And it cuts thread, and you can see, and you can thread your needle.
LED light. I'm still stumped by the LED light.
Well, it's a lightning bug.
Hey,
Hello?
I'm glad we have plenty of these so I can get one.
Well, there's 2 colors. There's another color too. I dropped it on the floor. We're not going to dig it up. But
pink.
But needle beetle, and it's a lightning bug. See, needle beetle. It's a lightning
now
bug.
I get it.
It's the
I
LED.
get it. I'm glad you're here to put these things together for me.
Yeah, I know. It's like a puzzle sometimes. Okay, they're just $6.99. Great stocking stuffer. If you're looking for things to put in your stocking, because most of us know we buy the stuff and put it in our stocking and then open Christmas morning and go, yay, what a wonderful gift. This is a good one. I'd get one of these for sure. Okay. And then we wanted to talk about this little book by Melissa Corey. It's called Charming Baby Quilts. And they're only baby quilts because of the size. You could certainly make them a little bigger and consider them a lap quilt if you wanted to. But what's so wonderful about this book is it uses charm squares. So you know how you have a dozen of those? You know that's a real number, a dozen.
I do have a dozen.
Do you have a dozen of those charm squares? And this is a great way, and there's several in here. Looks like 2, 4, 6, 8. Looks like 10 quilts. And we've got some made in a sample with a mixture of fabric if you want to see a sample. But see, look at all these charm squares. It doesn't matter who makes this charm squares. It's just that you use them. And we buy them because, oh, I love that fabric line. And then you get them home, you have a stack of them, and what are you going to do? Great, great, great book. Again, this isn't a very expensive book. There's, what do I say, 10 patterns, did we decide? 2, 4, yeah, 10 patterns. You're basically paying $2 per pattern to get this book.
Wow.
That's a good deal. Considering most patterns are just $10 just to buy one pattern. So when you're getting 10 for 20, that's a pretty good deal. So this is a fun little book, Charming Baby Quilts. But again, I'd make these for somebody in a nursing home for a lap quilt. We talked about breast cancer at the beginning of this. For a breast cancer quilt, this would be lovely. Use one of the charm squares from the leather and lace line up there and use this for a quilt for them to take when they go have chemo treatments.
Oh, nice.
And you could cover with it because you get cold and things in that process. So this would be a good way to use those charm squares up. I love this. I think this was great. Now, I want to show you one more thing that wasn't on our list, so Peter's going to have to improvise.
Surprise.
So we're talking about breast cancer and comforting things and soothing things. I want you to see some of our Minky fabric, okay?
Oh.
So this We have a really, and he's going to have to just pan this. There is so much minky fabric. If you've not made a quilt and put minky, which is what this is, on the back of a quilt, you have got to do it. Peter, does your wife like minky on the back of her quilts?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I haven't put one on the back for her.
Oh, okay. Well, these are the best for quilt backs. They come in a wider width, so you don't have to piece them, which is awesome. We have them in a 60-inch. We also have them in a 90-inch width. I have quilt racks at home, and when anybody comes in my house, the first thing they do when they curl up on the couch to watch TV with us is they grab a quilt. And the ones with the minky are the ones they always want because they're cozy.
They are cozy.
They are cozy.
Very cozy.
I also keep my house at like 60 degrees because that's just the way we are. But it's so I use my quilts. See, that's my plan.
That's what they're for.
That's what they're. So you keep your house so cold that people have to use quilts because I make so many. I got to do something with them, right?
And then if it's cold enough, then it's a 2-quilt day. I call it a 2-quilt day because you put a quilt on top of a quilt.
And they're coming. I think they're coming. But
I heard they're coming.
yeah, I heard they're coming too. So Minky, this is a great product. The company that we use is Shannon Fabrics. It's called Cuddle. There are different qualities of Minky. So if you have used a Minky before, what's called Minky, that's this style of fabric, and said, this is horrible, I didn't like it a bit, there's a huge difference in the quality. And there's actually a whole nother side of this. This is a huge amount of this in different colorways. These are kind of the solids. And then on the other side here, we have the print. These are all from the Shannon Company. And these are just really fun for quilt backs for kids. This is a super, super, super quick project. I have taken, because these are 60-inch width of fabric, you can get like 2 yards of this, get 2 or 3 yards of the top fabric, just basically sew the 2 pieces together and you got a quilt. I mean, bind it and you're done. So it's a real quick, easy quilt to make. But look at, okay, this is my name. I love that too.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Isn't that gorgeous? And here's black. Sometimes black can be hard to find. The only thing I would suggest is if you do put it on a quilt back and you have it quilted, you want something that matches close to the top, because Minky, when they quilt it, has a tendency to want to pop back through the top of the quilt while they're quilting. So if you're going to do a navy background, you probably want a lot of navy on the top of the quilt, otherwise it looks like polka dots. Now here's the good news. When you wash it, because it's very washable, which is another reason I love it for quilts, those all settle down and go away. So it's not a permanent situation. But it's kind of nice to know that that's going to go away, and you don't necessarily want that dark, dark blue polka dots all over it. But once you wash it a couple times, you can't even tell that it's on the back anymore because it doesn't poke through. So, anyway, look at the dots. These are fun.
Those are
Bumpies.
awesome for the texture.
Yeah, and these are good for baby quilts. Again, when you're talking about a baby quilt, this gives them some more tactile experiences and texture. We even have really fluffy. Now, I wouldn't put this on the back of a quilt.
You wouldn't?
Well, it's too dense. I mean, I think it'd be hard to sew through and put it on a quilt. But these are fun for making pillows. You could actually make vests out of these. And they're really, the nice thing is that they don't have to have a seam. So you can just cut it out, basically a big circle, cut a couple armholes, throw it on, and you've got a simple, easy
cool.
poncho vest kind of thing.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, we've got a pattern up there, I think, that tells you how to do that. But honestly, a big circle will do the same. It is a kit. This is the Luxe Throw. So there's a pattern here, and you sew these two together, and you make a big soft.
That is so soft.
It's going to be snuggle season very soon. You're going to want to snuggle. This is the one you're going to want. So I think there's so many things that are new that I couldn't begin to cover it. But that's
like
why we
10% of it.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're ready for winter, or maybe you're not quite ready for winter and you need to get some Cuddle fabric in your stock, come see us. We've got some great choices. You're going to want these this winter. I predict a snowy winter, not because I'm smart, but because the persimmons say so. That there's spoons in every persimmon we've cut open. That's an Indiana thing. If they're watching this on Australia, they're like, what the heck is that? In Indiana, when you cut open persimmons, if there's spoons in them, it's going to be a snowy winter. If there's forks in them, it's not going to be it's going to be a mild winter. And I have no idea if that's true. It's like woolly worms. So black woolly worms is going to be a bad winter. Light colored woolly worms is going to be a mild winter. And that, you know what? Let's have them post that in the comments. Post in the comments maybe the local, like
Folklore.
Folklore,
On what
that's
the
the
weather's going to be like.
Post in the comments what your local folklore is, because that would be curious to see what everybody has, because it's, you know, there's some wackadoo things out there people believe. But in any case, get some cuddle, be ready for the winter. We've got lots of choices for you. We look forward to seeing you. Come visit with our staff. They are the best people around. Fun to work with and always ready to help. So thanks a bunch. See you next week.